Once upon a time,
I wish
in a far-off kingdom,
more than anything,
lived a young maiden,
more than
a
life,
sad young lad,
more than jewels,
I wish
and a childless baker,
more than life. I wish
with his wife.
more than anything, more than the moon.
I wish
the king is giving a festival.
More than life. I
wish to go to the festival.
More than riches. I wish my cow would give us some milk. More than anything.
I wish we had a child.
Please, pal. Squeeze, pal.
I wish to go to
my
the
cow would give us some
festival.
milk.
I wish we had a
Please,
child.
I wish.
you wish to go to the festival.
The poor girl's mother had died.
You Cinderella, the festival? But you wish to go to the festival? The festival? The king's festival?
And her father had taken for his new wife
The festival?
a woman with 2 daughters of her own.
Look at your nails, look at your dress. People would laugh at you.
Nevertheless,
She still wants to go to the festival and dance before the prince.
All 3 were beautiful of face, but vile and black of heart. Jack, on the other hand, had no father, and his mother,
I wish,
well, she was not quite
I wish
beautiful.
my son were not a fool. I wish my house was not a mess. I wish the cow was full of milk. I wish the walls were full of gold. I wish a lot of things. You foolish child! What in heaven's name are you doing with a cow inside the house?
A warm environment might just be what Milky White needs to produce his milk.
It's a she! How many times must I tell you that only she's can give milk? Oh. Why, come in, little girl.
I wish it's not for me, it's for my granny in the woods. A loaf of bread, please, to bring my poor old hungry granny in the woods. Just a loaf of bread, please.
Cinderella's stepmother had a surprise for her.
I've emptied a pot of lentils into the ashes for you. If you pick them out again in 2 hours' time, then you shall go to the ball with us.
And perhaps a sticky bun or 4 birds in the sky, birds in the eaves and the leaves and the fields and the castles and ponds, and a few of those little birds down from the eaves and the leaves, out of fields, out of castles and ponds.
No squeeze,
Oh,
pal.
Little birds flick through the ashes, pick and peck, but swiftly sift through the ashes into the pot.
Now listen to me, Jack. Milky White must be taken to market.
But mother, no, he's the best cow.
Was! She has been dry for a week. We have no food nor money and no choice but to sell her while she can still command a price.
But Milky White is my best friend in the whole world.
Look at her! There are bugs on her ducks. There are flies in her eyes. There's a lump on her rump big enough to be a hump.
But
Son, we've no time to sit and dither while her withers wither with her. And no one keeps a cow for a friend. Sometimes I fear you're touched.
Into the woods, it's time to go. I hate to leave, I have to go. Into the woods, it's time, and so I must begin my journey. Into the woods and through the trees to where I am expected, ma'am. Into the woods to grandmother's house. Into the woods to grandmother's house.
You're certain of your way?
The way is clear, the light is good. I have no fear, nor no one should. The woods are just trees, the trees are just wood. I sort of hate to ask it, but do you have a basket?
Don't stray and be late.
And save some of those sweets for your granny.
Into the woods and down the dell, the path is straight, I know it well. Into the woods, but who can tell what's waiting on the journey? Into the woods to bring some bread to Granny who is sick in bed. Never to tell what lies ahead, for all that I know she's already dead. But into the woods, into the woods, into the woods, to grandmother's house and home before dark. Back to the sky, back to the eaves and the leaves and the
Sorry.
Claude. Because the baker had lost his mother and father in a baking accident, well, at least that is what he believed, he was eager to have a family of his own and was concerned that all efforts until now had failed.
Who might that be?
We have sold our last loaf of bread.
It's the witch from next door.
We have no bread.
Of course you have no bread.
What do you wish?
It's not what I wish, it's what you wish. Nothing cooking in there now, is there?
The old enchantress went on to tell the couple about a spell she had placed on their house.
What spell?
In the past, when you were no more than a babe, your father brought you and his young wife to this cottage. They were a handsome couple, but not handsome neighbors. You see, your mother was with child, and she had developed an unusual appetite. She took one look at my beautiful garden and told your father that what she wanted more than anything in the world was greens, greens, and nothing but greens. Parsley, peppers, cabbages, and celery, asparagus, and watercress, and fiddle ferns, and lettuce. He said, all right, but it wasn't quite, because I caught him in the autumn in my garden one night. He was robbing me, enraging me, rooting through my rutabaga, raiding my arugula, and ripping up the rampion, my champion, my favorites. I should have laid a spell on him right there. Could have turned him into stone, or a dog, or a chair. But I let him have the rampion, I'd lots to spare. In return, however, as a fair is fair, you can let me have the baby that your wife will bear. And we'll call it square.
I had a brother?
No, but you had a sister.
But the witch refused to tell him any more of his sister, not even that her name was Rapunzel. She went on.
I thought I had been more than reasonable, and that we all might live happily ever after. But how was I to know what your father had also hidden in his pocket? You see, when I inherited that garden, my mother had warned me that I was to be punished if I were ever to lose any of the beans.
Beans?
The special beans. I let him go. I didn't know he'd stolen my beans. I was watching him crawl back over the wall, and then bang, crash, and the lightning flash. And well, that's another story. Never mind. Anyway, at last the big day came, and I made my claim. I don't take away the baby. They shrieked and screeched, but I did, and I hit her. Well, she'll never be reached. Your father cried, and your mother died. When for extra measure, I admit it was a pleasure. I said, sorry, I'm still not mollified. And I lay a little spell on them. You too, son, that your family tree would always be a barren one. So there's no more fuss and there's no more scenes, and my garden thrives. You should sing my nectarines, but I'm telling you the same way I tell kings and queens, so never, never, ever mess around with my greens, especially the beans.
Now listen to me, Jack. Lead Milky White to market and fetch the best price you can. Take no less than 5 pounds. Are you listening to me?
Yes.
Now how much you to ask?
No more than 5 pounds.
Less than 5! Jack, 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 head in a sack. The house is getting colder. This is not a time for dreaming. Chimney stack starting to crack. The mice are getting bolder. The floor's gone slack. Your mother's getting older. Your father's not back. And you can't just sit here dreaming pretty dreams. So into the woods, the time is now. We have to live, I don't care how. Into the woods to sell the cow. You must begin your journey. Straight through the woods and don't delay. We have to face the marketplace. Into the woods to journey's end.
Into the woods to sell a friend.
Someday you'll have a real pet, Jack.
A piggy?
Meanwhile, the witch, for purposes of her own, explained how the bakers might lift the spell.
You wish to have the curse reversed? I'll need a certain potion first. Go to the wood and bring me back. 1, the cow as white as milk. 2, the cape as red as blood. 3, the hair as yellow as corn. And 4, the slipper as pure as gold. Bring me these before the chime of midnight. In 3 days' time, and you shall have, I guarantee, a child as perfect as child can be. Go to the wood!
Ladies, our carriage
Now may I go to the festival?
The festival? Darling, those nails, darling, those clothes. Lentils are one thing, but darling, with those, you'd make us the fools of the festival, and more to buy the prince.
The carriage is waiting.
We must be gone.
Good night, Father. I wish.
Look what I found in Father's hunting jacket.
6 beans.
Yes. I wonder if they are the...
Witches' beans? We'll take them with
No,
us.
you are not to come.
I know you are fearful of the woods at night.
The spell's on my house. Only I can lift the spell.
No,
the
no,
spell's
the
on
spell's
my
on our house. We must lift the spell together.
No,
the
you are
spell's
not to
on
come, and
our
that's
house.
final. Now, what am I to return with?
You don't remember? The cow is white as milk, the cape is red as blood, the hair is yellow as corn, the slipper is pure as gold.
The cow is white as milk, the cape is red as blood.
And so
the
the
hair
baker
is
reluctantly
yellow
set
as
off to meet
corn,
the
slipper is
enchantress's
pure as
demands.
gold.
As for Cinderella,
I still wish to go to the
The
festival.
cow was white as milk.
But
the
how
cape
am
is
I ever
red
to
as
get
blood,
to the
the hair is
festival?
yellow as
I know I'll visit Mother's grave and grave in the hazel tree and tell her I just want to go to the king's festival.
The woods, it's time to go. It may be all in vain, I know. Into the woods, but even so, I have to take the journey. Into the woods, the path is straight. We know it well, but who can tell? Into the woods to lift the spell.
Into the woods to visit Mother.
Into the woods to fetch the things.
To make the
To
potion.
go to the festival.
Into the woods without regret, the choice is made, the task is set. Into the woods, but not forgetting why you're on the journey. Into the woods to get our wish, I don't care how, the time is now.
into the woods to sell the cow.
Into the woods to get the money.
Into the woods to lift the spell.
To make the potion.
Go to the festival.
Into the woods to grandmother's house.
Into the woods to grandmother's house.
The way is clear, the light is good. I have no fear, nor no one should. The woods are just trees, the trees are just wood. No need to be afraid, there's
Something in the glade.
Into the woods without delay, but careful not to lose the way. Into the woods, who knows what may be lurking on the journey. Into the woods to get the thing that makes it worth the journey. Into the woods to see the king, to sell the cow, to make the potion, to see, to sell, to get, to bring, to make, to lift, to go to the festival. Into the woods, into the woods, into the woods, and out of the woods, and home before dark.
Cinderella had planted a branch at the grave of her mother, and she visited there so often and wept so much that her tears watered it until it had become a handsome tree.
I've been good and I've been kind, Mother, doing only what I learned from you. Why then am I left behind, Mother? Is there something more that I should do? What is wrong with me, Mother? Something must be wrong. I wish.
What, child? Specify. Opportunity is not a lengthy visitor. In good fortune, like bad, can befall when least expected.
But I wish.
Do you know what you wish? Are you certain what you wish is what you want? If you know what you want, then make a wish. Ask the tree, and you shall have your wish.
Shiver and quiver, little tree. Silver and gold throw down on me. I'm off to get my wish.
Quiet, silence everywhere, Milky White. Not to my liking.
Hello, Jack.
How did you know my name?
When first I appeared, I seemed mysterious, but when explained, I'm nothing serious.
Say that again.
On your way to the market. You might have been there long ago, taking your time, Jack.
No, sir.
Is that the truth?
Well, you see, now I'm resting.
How much are you asking for the animal?
No less than 5 pounds.
Oh, Jack, why such a sum?
Oh, my mother told
Your
me.
mother? Why, a boy your age would be looking to exchange her for a sack of
Well,
beans.
Come along, Milky White. There are spirits here.
Good day, young lady.
Good day, Mr. Wolf.
Whither away so hurriedly?
To my grandmother's.
And what might be in your basket?
Bread and wine, so grandmother has something good to make her strong.
And where might your grandmother live?
A good quarter of a league further into the woods. Her house lies under 3 large oak trees.
Look at that flesh, pink and plump. Hello, little girl. Tender and fresh, not one lump. Hello, little girl. This one's especially lush. Delicious. Hello, little girl. What's your rush? You're missing all the flowers. The sun won't set for hours. Take your time.
Mother said straight ahead, not to delay or be misled.
Just so, little girl, hark and hush. The birds are singing sweetly. You'll miss the birds completely. You're traveling so fleetly. Grandmother first, then Miss Plump. What a delectable couple. Utter perfection, one brittle, one supple, one moment, my dear.
Come what may, follow the path and never stray.
Just so, little girl, any path, so many worth exploring. Just one would be so boring. And look what you're ignoring. Think of those crisp, aging bones. That's something fresh on the palate. Think of that scrumptious carnality twice in one day. There's no possible way to describe what you feel when you're talking to your meal.
Mother said not to stray, so I suppose a small delay. Granny might like a fresh bouquet. Goodbye, Mr. Wolf.
Goodbye, little girl. Hello.
Is harm to come of that little girl in the red cape?
Oh, forget the little girl and get the cape.
You frightened me.
That's the cape. Get it. Get it.
How am I supposed to get it?
You just go up to the little thing and you take it.
I can't just take a cloak from a little girl. Why don't you take it?
Well, I would if I could, but I can't. Oh, my Rapunzel, listen to her beautiful music. Get me what I need. Get me what I need.
This is ridiculous. I'll never get that red cape, nor find a golden cow, or a yellow slipper. Or was it a yellow cow and a golden slipper? No.
The cow is white as milk, the cape is red as blood, the hair is yellow as corn, the slipper is pure.
What are you doing here?
You forgot your scarf.
No, you have no business being alone in the woods. And you have no idea what I've come upon here. You would be frightened for your life. Now go home immediately.
I wish to help.
The spell is on my house.
Our house.
Only I can lift the spell.
We
The
must
spell
lift
is
the
on
spell
my
together.
house.
The spell is on. A cow as white as milk.
Hello there, young man.
Hello, sir.
What might you be doing with a cow in the middle of the forest?
Well, I was headed toward markets, but I seem to have lost my way.
What were you planning to do there?
What were you planning to do there?
sell my cow, sir. No less than 5 pounds.
5 pounds? Where am I to get 5 pounds?
She must be generous of milk to fetch 5 pounds.
Yes, ma'am.
And if you can't fetch that sum total, then what are you to do?
Well, I hadn't thought of that. I suppose my mother and I will go without food to eat.
This is the sum total.
Beans! We mustn't give up our beans! Well, if you feel we must.
Huh?
Beans will bring you food, son.
Beans? In exchange for my cow?
Oh, these are no ordinary beans, son. These beans carry magic.
Magic? What kind of magic?
Tell them.
Magic that defies description.
Who my mother would...
You'd be lucky to exchange her for a sack of beans.
How many beans?
6.
5. We can't part with all of them. We must keep one for ourselves. Besides, I'd say they're worth a pound each at the very least.
Might I buy my cow back someday?
Well, possibly. Good luck there, young man.
I guess this is goodbye, old pal. You've been a perfect friend. I hate to see us part, old pal. Someday I'll buy you back. I'll see you soon again. I hope that when I do, it won't be on a plate.
Quickly, take the cow and go home.
I was trying to be helpful.
Magic beans. We've no reason to believe they're magic. Are we going to dispel this curse through deceit?
No one would have given him more for that creature. We did him a favor. At least he'll have some food.
5 beans.
If you know what you want, then you go and you find it and you get it.
Home.
Do we want a child or not? And you give and you take and you bid and you bargain, or you live to regret
Will
it.
you please go home?
There are rights and wrongs and in-betweens. No one waits for fortune intervenes, and maybe they're really magic. Who knows? Why you do what you do, what's the point? All the rest of it is chatter.
Look at her, she's crying.
If the thing you do is pure in intent, if it's meant and it's just a little bent, does it matter?
Yes.
No one matters is that everyone tells tiny lies. What's important really is the size. Only 3 more tries and you'll have our prize. When the end's in sight, you realize if the end is right, it justifies the beans.
Quickly, take the cow and go home. I will carry this out in my own fashion.
And so the baker continued his search for the cape as red as blood. As for Rapunzel, the witch was careful not to lose this beauty to the outside world, and so shut her within a doorless tower that lay deep within the forest. And when the old enchantress paid a visit, she called forth,
Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair to me.
Rapunzel, Rapunzel, what a strange name. Strange but beautiful, and fit for a prince. Tomorrow, before that horrible witch arrives, I will stand beneath her tower and ask her to let her hair down to me.
Hello there, young one.
Hello.
Have you saved some of those sweets for Granny?
Oh, I'm afraid I've eaten all the sweets and half a loaf of bread.
That is a beautiful red cape you're wearing. I so admire it.
Oh, my granny made it for me.
Is that right? I would love a red cape like that one.
Huh, you look pretty foolish.
May I take a look at it?
No, I don't like to be without my cape. Give it back.
I want it badly.
Give it back, please.
Forget the little girl and get the cape.
I just wanted to make sure you really loved this cape. Now, you go to your granny's and be sure no wolf comes your way.
I'd rather a wolf than you any day.
Ow! If you know what you want, then you go and you find it and you take it. Do I want a child or not? It's a cloak. What's a cloak? It's a joke. It's a stupid little cloak. And a cloak is what you make it. So you take it. Things are only what you need them for. What's important is who needs them more.
And so the baker, with newfound determination, went after the cape. As for the little girl, she was surprised to find her grandmother's cottage door standing open.
Oh dear, how uneasy I feel. Perhaps it's all the sweets. Good day, Grandmother. Well, Grandmother, you're looking awfully strange. What big eyes you have.
The better to see you with, my dear.
But, Grandmother, what big ears you have.
The better to hear you with, my dear.
But, Grandmother, what big hands you have.
The better to hug you with, my dear.
But, Grandmother, what a big, wet mouth you have.
The better to eat you with, my dear.
And scarcely had the wolf said this, than with a single bound he was devouring the little girl. Well, it was a full day of eating for both. And with his appetite appeased, he took to bed for a nice long nap.
That grandmother has a mighty snore. Odd. Where's the little one? Eating, no doubt. Or eaten. Grandmother, ha! What is that red cloth in the corner of your mouth? It looks to me to be a piece of... I will get the red cape from within your stomach.
Granny! Oh, jeez, Granny. Oh boy, how dark and dank it was inside that wolf.
Kill the devil. Take the knife and cut his evil head off. I want to see the devil sliced into 1,000 bits. Better yet, he needs to die a painful, agonizing, hideous death.
Granny!
Quiet, child. This evil must be destroyed.
Well, I will leave you to your task.
Don't you want the skins?
No, no. You keep them.
What kind of hunter are you?
I'm a baker.
Mother said straight ahead, not to delay or be misled. I heeded her advice, but he seemed so nice. Then he showed me things, many beautiful things that I hadn't thought to explore. They were off my path, so I never had dared. Been so careful, I never had dared. It made me feel excited, well, excited How could I know what was in store? Once his teeth were bared, though I really got scared. Well, excited and scared. But he drew me close and he swallowed me down a dark, slimy path that like secrets that I never want to know. And when everything familiar seemed to disappear forever, at the end of the path was Granny once again. And we wait in the dark until someone sets us free. And we're brought into the light. We're back at the start. But I know things now, many valuable things that I hadn't known before. Do not put your faith in a cape and a hood. They will not protect you the way that they should. And take extra care with strangers. Even flowers have their dangers. And though scary is exciting, nice is different than good. Now I know, don't be scared. Granny is right, just be prepared. Isn't it nice to know a lot? And a little bit not. Mr. Baker, you saved our lives. Here.
Are you certain?
Yes, maybe Granny will make me another one from the skins of that wolf.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh.
And so the baker, with second article in hand, feeling braver and more satisfied than he had ever felt, ran back through the woods. As for the lad Jack,
Only a complete dolt would exchange a cow for beans!
Mother, no!
Oh, to bed and no supper for you!
little did they know, those beans would grow into an enormous stalk that would stretch into the heavens.
Are you all right, miss?
Oh, yes, I just need to catch my breath.
What a beautiful ball gown you're wearing. Were you at the King's Festival?
Yes.
Oh, aren't you the lucky one? Why are you ever in the woods at this hour?
Have you seen a beautiful young woman in a ball gown pass through?
I don't think so, sir.
I think I see her over there.
I've never lied to royalty before. I've never anything royalty before.
Oh, thank you.
If a prince were looking for me, I certainly wouldn't hide.
Well, what brings you here and with a cow?
Oh, my husband's in the woods somewhere. He's undoing a spell.
Oh!
Oh, yes. Now, the prince, what was he like?
He's a very nice prince.
And?
And it's a very nice ball.
And?
And when I entered, they trumpeted.
And the prince?
Oh, the prince?
Is the prince?
Well, he's tall.
Is that all? Did you dance? Is he charming? They say that he's charming.
We did nothing but dance.
Yes? And?
And it made a nice change.
No, the prince?
Oh, the prince?
Yes, the prince.
Maybe we're a prince, I guess.
Yes.
I don't need a wide range. And it's all very strange.
What I wouldn't give to be in your shoes. Oh, are you to return to the festival tomorrow, Eve?
Oh, perhaps.
Perhaps. Oh, to be pursued by a prince. All that pursues me is tomorrow's bread. What I wouldn't give to be in your shoes.
Will you look over there? An enormous vine growing next to that little cottage.
I mean, slippers.
It looks like a giant beanstalk rising into the sky.
It's pure as gold.
Oh, I must get home.
Wait, I must have your shoe. Hey, come back.
No, it unties itself.
The harder to get, the better to have. Agreed?
Agreed.
More than a ball.
Or pink.
Or open your mouth.
The difference between a cow and a bean is a bean can begin an adventure.
Slotted spoons don't hold much soup.
The prettier the flower, the farther from the path.
The closer to the family, the closer to the wine.
A servant is not just a dog too, Prince.
Opportunity is not a lengthy visitor.
You may know what you need, but to get what you want, better see that you keep what you have.
1 midnight gone.
The harder to get,
1
the
midnight
better
gone.
to
1
have.
midnight
Never
gone.
wear more than a ball.
The prettier the flower,
1 midnight gone.
1 midnight gone. Into the woods. Into the woods. Into the woods and out of the woods and home before.
There are giants in the sky. There are big, tall, terrible giants in the sky. When you wake up high and you look below at the world you left and the things you know, little more than a glance is enough to show you just how small you are. When you wake up high and you're on your own in a world like none that you've ever known, where the sky is lead and the earth is stone, you're free to do whatever pleases you, exploring things you never dare, cause you don't care when suddenly there's a big, tall, terrible giant at the door. A big, tall, terrible lady giant sweeping the floor. But she gives you food and she gives you rest, and she draws you close to her giant breast, and you know things now that you never knew before. Not to the sky. Only just when you made your friend and all, and you know she's big, but you don't feel small, so when bigger than her comes along the hall to swallow you for lunch. And your heart is lead, your stomach stone, and you're really scared being all alone. Only now do you long for the world you left and the things you know, what little you own. The fun is done, you steal what you can and run. You scramble down and you won't be below as the world you know. The house and your mother at the door. The roof, the house, and the world you never thought to explore. And you think of all of the things you've seen, and you wish that you could live in between. You're back again, only you're different than before. After the sky, there are giants in the sky. There are big, tall, terrible, awesome, scary, wonderful giants in the sky. Good fortune, sir. Here, look what I have. Here's 5 gold pieces.
5 gold pieces.
I had more, but my mother made me surrender them. She gave me these 5 to do as I pleased.
Oh my.
Where is Milky White?
Milky White is back home with my wife.
Let's go find them.
Wait! I'm not sure that I wish to sell.
But you said I might buy my cow back someday.
Yes, but I'm not certain 5 gold pieces.
Are you saying you wish more money?
More money is always...
Here, keep this. I will go fetch more.
Wait! I didn't say I would... 5 gold pieces. With this, I could buy baking supplies for a year. I could buy a new thatched roof and a new chimney.
But could you buy yourself a child?
Who are you?
When first I appeared, I seemed delirious, but when explained I'm nothing serious, could you buy yourself a child?
I don't understand.
How badly do you wish a child? 5 gold pieces? 10? 20?
I'd not thought to put a price on it.
Exactly. You've not done a lot of things, have you, son?
Give me that back. It is not yours.
Nor is it Jack's. The money's not what's important. What is important is seeing your wish be granted
Give me back! Damn! What are you doing here now?
I see you have the cape.
Yes, I've the cape. Only 2 of the 4 items left to locate.
3.
2. I've the cow and the cape.
You have the cape.
What have you done with the cow?
She ran away. I never reached home. I've been looking for her all night.
I should have known better than to have entrusted her to you.
She might have just as easily run from you.
But she didn't.
But she might have.
But she didn't.
Who cares? The cow was gone. Get her back.
We were just going to do that. Here, I can give you this.
I don't want to touch that fool. Have you no sense? Oh, listen to her sweet music. Lovely.
She's very gifted.
By tomorrow's midnight, deliver me the items, or you wish you never thought to have a child.
Ow! Ah! I don't like that woman.
I'm sorry I lost the cow.
Yes, I shouldn't have yelled. Now you must go to the village in search of another cow. I will make things right. And then we can just go about our lives. No more searching about in the woods for strange objects. No more witches or dim-witted boys or hungry little girls. Go.
Oh, good brother. Father and I have been wondering where you've gone.
I have been searching all night for her.
Her?
The beautiful one I danced the evening with.
Where did she go?
She disappeared, like the fine morning mist.
She was lovely.
The loveliest.
I am not certain of that. I too have found a maiden of my own. She lives here, in the woods.
The woods?
Yes, in a tall tower with no door or stairs.
Where?
2 leagues due west from here, just beyond the mossy knoll.
And how do you manage a visit?
I stand beneath her tower and say, Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair to me. And she lets down the longest, most beautiful head of hair, as yellow as corn, to which I climb to her.
Rapunzel, Rapunzel. What kind of name is that? You jest. I've never heard of such a thing.
I speak the truth. She is as true as your maiden. A maiden running from a prince, none would run from us.
Yet, one has. Did I abuse her or show her disdain? Why does she run from me? If I should lose her, how shall I regain the heart she has won from me? Agony beyond power of speech, when the one thing you want is the only thing out of your reach.
High in her tower, she sits by the hour, maintaining her hair. Lithe and becoming, and frequently humming a light-hearted air. Agony, far more painful than yours, when you know she would go with you, if there only were doors. Agony, oh, the torture they teach. What's as intriguing,
or half so fatiguing, as what's out of reach? Am I not sensitive, clever, well-mannered, considerate, passionate, charming, as kind as I'm handsome, and heir to a throne?
You are everything maidens could wish for.
Then why no?
Do I know?
The girl must be mad.
You know nothing of madness, till you're climbing her hair and you see her up there as you're nearing her, all the while hearing her. Agony, misery,
well, though it's different for each. Oh, Always 10 steps behind.
Always 10 feet below.
And she's just out of reach. Agony that can cut like a knife. I must have her to wife.
Two princes, each more handsome than the other. No, get the hair.
Excuse me, young woman. Have you encountered a young boy with shaggy brown hair and a sunny, though occasionally vague, disposition answering to the name of Jack?
Not the one parched to a white cow.
Oh, he's the one.
Have you seen the cow?
No, and I don't care to ever again. Children can be very queer about their animals. You be careful with your children.
I don't have any children.
Oh. Well, that's okay too.
Yes, well, I've not seen your son today.
Oh, I hope he didn't go up that beanstalk again. Oh, quick, roll your head, I say. Jack! Jack!
Moo! 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 Looking for your cow? Where did you find her? Hello?
What are you doing here?
I'm here to make amends.
I want you to stay out of this, old man.
I'm here to see that your wish be honored.
You've caused enough trouble. Keep out of my path.
Ow!
I hope there are no witches to encounter here. Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let your hair down to me.
Is that you, my prince?
Yes.
Excuse me for this. You do take plenty of spills, don't you?
Oh, hello! Oh, it's these slippers. They're not suited for these surroundings. Actually, they're not much suited for dancing either.
I'd say those slippers were as pure as gold.
Oh, yes, they're all you could wish for in beauty.
But I wouldn't give for just one.
One is not likely to do you much good.
Yes. Well, was the ball just as wonderful as last evening?
Oh, it's still a nice ball.
Yes. And
they have far too much food.
And the prince.
Oh, the prince?
Is the prince.
If he knew who I really was.
Oh. Who?
Now I'm being pursued.
Yes. And
I'm not in the mood.
Must have really taken a liking to you.
But I have no experience with princes and castles and gowns.
Nonsense. Every girl dreams.
Yes, there she is. Move! Move!
Let's go.
Move!
Wait, I must have your shoe.
What? Oh, stop that!
I needed to have a child.
I need to get out of here.
Where did she go?
Who, sir? Don't play the fool, woman. Oh, you mean the beautiful young maiden in the ball gown? She went in that direction. I was trying to hold her.
I can catch my own damsel, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Where did he go?
Who?
The prince, of course. Yes.
Oh, they went in that direction, but you'll never reach them.
We would have if that mongrel with the cow hadn't molested us.
Cow?
Please, let me just compare this color with that of your own.
He wants to compare hair corn. Over there, let's go.
I thought you were returning home. I've had no luck.
You have the cow!
Yes, I've the cow, only 2 of the 4 items.
3.
2.
3. Compare this to your corn.
Where did you find it?
Oh, I pulled it from a maiden in a tower. I almost had the 4th, but she got away.
3. All right. We've 1 entire day left. Surely we can locate the slipper by then.
We? You mean you'll allow me to stay?
I suppose it will take the 2 of us to get this child.
You've changed, you're daring, you're different in the woods. More sure, more sharing, you're getting us through the woods. If you could see, you're not the man who started, and much more open-hearted than I knew you to be.
It takes 2. I thought 1 was enough. It's not true. It takes 2 of us. You came through. When the journey was rough, it took you. It took 2 of us. It takes care. It takes patience and fear and despair to change. Though you swear to change, you can tell if you do. It takes 2.
You've changed, you're thriving. There's something about the woods. Not just surviving, you're blossoming in the woods. At home, I'd fear we'd stay the same forever. But then out here, you're passionate, charming, considerate, clever.
It takes 1 to begin, but then once you've begun, it takes 2 of you. It's no fun, but what needs to be done you can do. When there's 2 of you, if I dare, it's because I'm becoming aware of us as a pair of us, each accepting a share of what's there. We've changed, we're strangers. I'm meeting you in the woods. Who minds what dangers? I know we'll get past the woods. And once we're past, let's hope the changes last. Beyond woods, beyond witches and slippers and hoods, just the 2 of us beyond lies, safe at home with our beautiful prize. Just a few of us. It takes trust. It takes just a bit more and we're done. We want 4, we had none. We've got 3. We need 1. It takes 2.
Stop her! Stop that hen! Oh, Providence! My Milky White! And her owners! And my hen!
And look what this hen has laid on the ground.
A golden egg! I've never seen a golden egg!
You see, I promised you more than the 5 gold pieces I gave you earlier, sir.
5 gold pieces?
Now I'm taking my cow.
Wait! I never said I would sell.
But you took the 5 gold pieces.
You took 5 gold pieces?
I didn't take, you gave.
Where are the 5 gold pieces?
There was a mysterious old man.
You said I could have my cow back!
I never said you could, I said you might.
You would take money before a child?
Milky White is dead!
2.
Midnight's gone.
Wanting a ball is now wanting a prince.
far, but it still isn't
Near
there.
may be better than far, but it still isn't there.
The ball.
So near.
So far.
You can never love somebody else's child.
Two midnight's gone.
The way you love
So near.
your own.
The prince.
So far.
The greatest prize can often lie at the end of the thorniest path.
2 midnights
Two
gone.
midnights,
2
two
midnights
midnights
gone.
2 midnights gone, and the exhausted baker and his wife buried the dead Milky White.
You must go to the village in search of another cow.
And what do you propose I use to purchase this cow?
Here, give them this. Tell them it's magic.
No one with a brain larger than this is going to exchange a cow for a bean.
Then steal it.
Steal it? Oh, just 2 days ago, you were accusing me of exercising deceit in securing the cow.
Then don't steal it and resign yourself to a childless life.
I feel it is best you go for the cow, as I have met a young maiden these past few eves with a golden slipper. I think I might succeed in winning one of her shoes.
Fine.
Fine.
That is simply...
Fine.
Unfortunately for Rapunzel,
No!
the witch discovered her affections for the prince before he could spirit her away.
What did I clearly say?
No,
Children must listen. What were you not to do? Children must see and learn. How could you not obey? Children should listen. What have I been to you? What would you have me be? Handsome like a prince? Oh, but I am old, I am ugly, I embarrass you. No. You are ashamed of me. No. You are ashamed. You don't understand.
It was lonely atop that tower.
I was not company enough.
I'm no longer a child. I wish to see the world.
Don't you know what's out there in the world? Someone has to shield you from the world. Stay with me. Princes wait there in the world, it's true. Princes, yes, but wolves and humans too. Stay at home. I am home. Who out there could love you more than I? What out there that I could not supply? Stay with me. Stay with me, the world is dark and wild. Stay a child while you can be a child. With me. I gave you protection, yet you disobeyed me.
Did you think you could keep me locked in that tower forever?
You lied to me! Why didn't you tell me you had a visitor? I will not share you, but I will show you a world you've never seen.
No!
When is a white cow not a white cow?
I don't know. Leave me alone.
Haven't I left you alone long enough?
Your questions make no sense, old man. Go away.
In need of another cow?
What a beautiful cape!
Stay away from my cape or I'll slice it into 1,000 bits!
I don't want it. I was just admiring it.
Oh, well, my granny made it for me, and I even got to cut up the animal. And best of all, she even gave me this beautiful knife for protection.
Well, look what I have. A hen that lays golden eggs.
Well, I don't believe that egg came from that hen. Where'd you get that egg?
This? I stole this from the kingdom of the giant. Up there. And if you think this is something, you should see the golden harp the giant has. It plays the most beautiful tunes without your even having to touch it.
Oh, of course it does. So, why don't you go on up to that kingdom, bring it back down, and show me?
I could.
Could not.
I could.
Could not, Mr. Liar.
I am not a liar. I'll get that harp. You'll see.
After having cast out Rapunzel to a remote desert, the witch returned to take the prince by surprise. And as he leapt from the tower, the thorns into which he fell pierced his eyes and blinded him. As for Cinderella, she returned from her final visit to the festival.
He's a very smart prince. He's a prince who prepares, knowing this time I'd run from him. He spread pitch on the stairs. I was caught unawares, and I thought, well, he cares. This is more than just malice. Better stop and take stock while you're standing here stuck on the steps of the palace. You think, what do you want? You think, make a decision. Why not stay and be caught? You think, well, it's a thought, what would be his response? But then what if he knew who you were when you know that you're not what he thinks that he wants? And then what if you are what a prince would envision? Although how can you know who you are till you know what you want, which you don't? So then which do you pick? Where you're safe out of sight and yourself, but where everything's wrong? Or where everything's right and you know that you'll never belong? And whichever you pick, do it quick, 'cause you're starting to stick to the steps of the palace. It's your first big decision. The choice isn't easy to make. To arrive at a ball was exciting and all. Once you're there, though, it's scary. And it's fun to deceive when you know you can leave, but you have to be wary. There's a lot that's at stake, but you've stalled long enough, 'cause you're still standing stuck in the stuff on the steps. Better run along home and avoid the collision. Even though they don't care, you'll be better off there where there's nothing to choose, so there's nothing to lose. So you pry up your shoes, then from out of the blue, and without any guide, you know what your decision is, which is not to decide. You'll just leave him a clue. For example, a shoe, and then see what he'll do. Now it's he and not you who is stuck with a shoe in a stew in the goo. And you've learned something too, something you never knew on the steps of the palace.
Please, just hear me
We
out.
have nothing to discuss. You have attacked me once before.
I didn't attack you, I attacked your shoe. I need it. Here's a magic bean in exchange for it.
Oh, magic bean? Oh, nonsense.
Don't do that.
I have already given up one shoe this evening. My feet cannot bear to give up another.
I need that shoe to have a child.
Well, that makes no sense.
Does it it make any sense? You're running from a prince?
Stop! Oh, let us go!
Wait, here, take my shoe.
Oh, thank you.
You'll run faster.
Oh, take it. Yes, thank you.
Take it.
Who was that woman?
I don't know, sir.
Lying will cost you your life.
I've done nothing.
I've the cow.
The slipper. We have all four.
I will give this to the prince, and tomorrow we will search the entire kingdom for the maiden who will fit this shoe.
It is mine. I don't care if it costs my life.
Give her the slipper and all will come to a happy end.
What was that noise?
Just a bolt of lightning in the far-off kingdom.
How dare you take off on a search without me?
My apologies, sir. I just thought that I
Enough of what you thought. I employed a ruse and had the entire staircase smeared with pitch. And there, when the maid ran down, remained her slipper.
Brilliant.
I thought so. It did create quite a mess when the other guests left, though.
And sir, I have succeeded in obtaining the other slipper.
Give her the slipper and all will come to a happy end.
Who are you, old man?
When first I appeared, I seemed deleterious,
Shut
but...
up.
Do as he says. He's obviously a spirit and we only need one.
Yes.
Worrying will do you no good. If he's safe, then he's safe. If he's been crushed, well, then there's nothing any of us can do about it now, is there? We must be off. I must get my rest before tomorrow's search is to commence.
Doesn't anyone care that a giant has fallen from the sky?
He is dead, is he not?
Well, with a thud like that, I would suppose.
The third midnight is here. You have all the objects?
Yes, slipper, hair.
Cape, cow.
This cow doesn't look as white as milk to me.
Oh, she is. She is.
This cow's been covered with flour.
We had a cow as white as milk, honestly we did.
Well, then where is she?
She's dead.
We thought you'd prefer a live one.
Of course I'd prefer a live one. So go give me the dead one, and I'll bring her back to life.
You could do that?
Go.
There you are! I've been worried sick!
Look, Mother, the most beautiful harp.
Oh, you've stolen too much! You could have gotten killed from coming down that plant!
She's too heavy!
What is happening? My milky white! Now I have two friends, a cow and a harp.
Oh, shut up. Feed the objects to the cow.
What?
You heard me. Feed them to the cow. Fill this.
I'll do it. She'll only milk for me. Squeeze, pal.
Wrong ingredients. You can forget about having a child.
No, you just wait one moment. We followed your instructions. 1, that cow was as white as milk, correct?
Yes.
And 2, that cape was certainly as red as blood.
Yes.
And 3, the slipper.
Yes.
And 4, I compared the hair with this ear of corn.
I pulled it from a maiden in a tower.
You what? What were you doing there?
I happened to be passing by.
Oh, you fool! I touched that hair. I couldn't have touched the ingredients.
No! The corn!
What?
The silky hair of the corn. Peel it from the ear and feed it to the animal, quickly!
This had better work by the last stroke of midnight, old man, or your son will be the last of your flesh and blood.
Son?
Please not now.
Yes, meet your father.
Father, could that be you? I thought you died in a baking accident.
I didn't want to run away from you, son, but when your mother died,
It's working!
into the cup!
I don't understand.
Not now!
We've given you what you wish.
Now when can we expect a child?
What's wrong?
What's happening?
Where are you going?
Son! Son!
Father! Father!
All has been repaired.
He's dead.
And so the mysterious man died, having helped end the curse on his house. For the baker, there would be no reunion with his father, and he and his wife, bewildered, returned home. The witch, who was punished with age and ugliness that night her beans were stolen in the lightning flash, was now returned to her former state of youth and beauty. And Milky White, after a night of severe indigestion, was reunited with the now wealthy Jack. As for the prince, he began to search for the foot to fit the golden slipper. And when he came to Cinderella's house, Cinderella's stepmother took the slipper into Florinda's room.
Careful, my toe. Darling, I know. What'll we do? It'll have to go, but when you're his bride, you can sit or ride. You'll never need to walk.
The girl obeyed, swallowing her pain, and joined the prince on his horse, riding to become his bride.
Look at the blood within the shoe. This one is not the bride that's true. Search for the foot that fits.
The prince returned the false bride and asked the other sister to put on the shoe.
Well, when it fits, darling, be still. Cut off a bit of the heel and it will. But when you're his wife, you're set to live. You'll never need to walk.
The girl obeyed and swallowed her pain, but as she was being helped on the back of the horse by the prince, he noticed blood trickling from the shoe.
Have you no other daughters?
To which the woman replied,
No, only a little stunted kitchen wench which his late wife left behind. But she is much too dirty. She cannot show herself.
I insist.
And when Cinderella presented herself and tried on the blood-soaked slipper, it fit like a glove.
This is the true bride.
I've always wanted a son.
And much to the dismay of her stepmother and her sisters, he took Cinderella on his horse and rode off.
No blood at all within the shoe. This is the proper bride for you, fit to attend a prince.
And finally, as for Rapunzel, she bore twins and lived impoverished in the desert until the day her prince, wandering aimlessly, heard a voice so familiar that he went towards it. And when he approached, Rapunzel, overjoyed at seeing him, fell into his arms, weeping. Two of her tears wetted his eyes, and their touch restored his vision.
I was going to come fetch you as soon as you learned your lesson.
Who are you?
Surely you remember.
Mother?
Yes, this is who I truly am. Come with me, we can be happy as we once were.
She will not go with you.
Let her speak for herself. You're the only family I know. Please, you and those beautiful babies. You leave me no choice.
as is often the way in these tales. In exchange for her youth and beauty, the witch lost her power over others. When the wedding with the prince was celebrated, Lucinda and Florinda attended, hoping to win favor with Cinderella and share in her good fortune. But as the sisters stood by the blessed couple, pigeons swooped down upon them and poked their eyes out and punished them with blindness.
Yes. Thank you for the slipper.
I didn't think I'd wed a prince.
I didn't think I'd ever find you.
I didn't think I could be so happy.
And it came to pass, all that seemed wrong was now right. The kingdoms were filled with joy, and all those who deserved to were certain to live a long and happy life. Ever after.
Ever after.
Journey over, all's mended, and it's not just for today, but tomorrow and extended ever after.
Ever after.
All the curses have been ended, the reverses wiped away, all's tenderness and laughter forever after.
Happy now and happy hence and happy ever after.
There were dangers and confusions, and the past would often swerve. There were constant disillusions, but they never lost their nerve.
Not a lot, and we reached no right conclusions, and we got what we deserve.
Later,
I wish
in the same far-off kingdom,
more than anything,
lived a young princess,
than
the
life.
lad Jack,
more than a footprint.
I wish.
and the baker and his family.
No, I miss.
I wish.
More than anything, more than the moon.
There.
I wish to sponsor a festival.
More than life.
I miss.
The time has come for a festival.
More than riches.
And a ball.
I miss my kingdom up in the sky.
More than anything.
I wish we had more room.
Play another room.
But despite some minor inconveniences, they were all content.
I never thought I'd wed a prince.
I never thought I'd find perfection.
I never
Thought I could be so happy.
Not an unhappy moment
I didn't think
since.
we'd be this
Not a
rich.
conceivable objection.
We'd have a baby.
Thought I could be so happy.
Happy now, happy hence, happy ever after. We're so happy, you're so happy. Just as long as you stay happy, we'll stay happy.
Not one row.
Pots of pens,
With my cow.
Little gurgle.
Darling, I must go now.
we should really sell it.
Where's the cheesecloth?
Wishes may bring problems such that you regret them. Better that though than to never get them. I'm going to be a perfect wife.
I'm gonna be a perfect
I'm
son.
going to be a perfect wife.
Be a perfect
I'm going to
father.
see that she is so happy. I never thought I'd love my life. I would have settled for another than to become a wife.
Then to be sent for love.
To get a child.
That fortune smiled. I'm so happy.
If only this cottage were a little larger.
I will expand our quarters in due time.
Why expand when we could simply move?
No, we will not move. This was my father's house, and now it will be my son's.
You would raise your child alongside a witch.
Why does he always cry when I hold him?
Babies cry. He's fine. You needn't hold him as if he were so fragile.
He wants his mother here.
I can't always take care of him.
I will care for him when he's older.
We had to go through
thick and thin.
I ventured out and saw within. I thought I'd be so much I hadn't been. I'm so happy.
Are you all right?
I think so.
And the baby?
He's fine. Are you all right?
You. Have you done this to our house?
Always thinking of yourself. Look at my garden.
What of your garden?
Look.
Destroyed.
What has happened?
I was thrown to the ground. I saw nothing.
What could have done such a thing?
An earthquake.
No earthquake. My garden has been trampled. Those are footprints.
Who could have done such a thing?
Anything that leaves a print that large is no who.
Do you think it was a bear?
A bear? Bears are sweet. Besides, do you ever see a bear with 40-foot feet?
A dragon?
No scorch marks. Usually they're linked.
Manticore?
Imaginary.
Griffin.
Extinct.
Giant?
Possible. Very, very possible.
Giant.
Maybe we should tell someone.
Who are you going to tell?
The royal family, of course.
The royal family? I wouldn't count on them to snuff out a rat. With a giant, we'll have to go to battle. A giant's the worst. A giant has a brain. It's hard to outwit a giant. A giant's like us, only bigger. Much, much bigger. So big, they were just an expendable bug beneath its foot. Boom.
We are moving.
And so the baker proceeded to the castle, but not before visiting Jack and his mother.
Look, Milky White, it's the butcher.
The baker.
The baker.
What can we do for you, sir?
I'm here to investigate the destruction that was brought upon our house today.
Jack has been home with me all day.
The baker told Jack and his mother that he feared there was a giant in the land.
I can recognize a giant's footsteps. I could come to your
You'll
house.
do no such thing.
Any help at all?
I'm sorry, but you'll get none from us. Nobody cared when there was a giant in my backyard. I remember you volunteering to come to my aid.
A giant in your backyard is one thing. A crushed home is quite another.
Look, young man, giants never strike the same house twice.
I wouldn't worry.
I am taking the news to the castle nonetheless.
And when the baker reached the castle, it was the princess who greeted his news. The story unfolds.
Excuse me, madam. This small man insists on seeing you.
Yes, I'm here to report the appearance of a giant in the land.
Where did you see a giant?
Well, I didn't exactly see it.
Then how do you know there is a giant in the land?
Our home was destroyed, and there are footprints.
That could have been caused by any number of things. I will show you the door.
Wait!
A nearby household was visited by a giant not long ago, descending from a beanstalk.
Oh, yes, I remember.
That giant was slain. Now come along.
Wait! We have a young child. Princess, please, this child was very difficult to come by. His safety is of great importance to me.
Are we entirely through now?
Yes.
I will take sup with the prince when he returns. Thank you.
I'm going off to sell the harp, Jack.
Mother, no!
Listen to me, Jack. We can't have that harp around here when there's a giant on the loose.
But I know how to kill a giant.
Please, we've had our fill of giants.
Mother, if I could help.
Enough! Promise me, son, you won't leave your surroundings.
But Mother, I'm a man now!
You're still a little boy in your mother's eyes. I want you to promise. Promise!
I promise.
What happened to your house?
We had a baking accident.
Baking accident?
No use in frightening the young thing.
You can't frighten her.
Well, I guess Granny will have to do without the bread and sweets. Besides, I have all that I can carry.
Why such a load?
Oh, I'm moving in with Granny too. We had an accident. I came home to find my house completely collapsed, as if a big wind blew it in. I couldn't find my mother anywhere.
Oh no.
But I've salvaged what I could, and now I'm off.
Oh, good friends! What news have you? What of Mother's grave? Oh, what kind of trouble? Oh, no, I can't go and investigate. A princess is not supposed to go into the woods unescorted. Oh, good idea! I will disguise myself and go and see what's wrong. Thank you, birds.
We'll take you to Granny's.
What?
We aren't going to let her go alone.
All right, I will take you.
I don't need anyone to take me. I've gone many times before.
Yes, but not when there have been such winds blowing.
That's right, we'll all take you.
No!
I'm not about to stay here with the baby when a wind might return to this house too.
I know Mother made me promise, but I'm going to find that giant anyway.
Into the woods, it's always when you think at last you're through, and then into the woods you go again to take another journey.
Into the woods, the weather's clear. We've been before, we've not to fear. Into the woods, away from here.
Into the woods to find a giant.
Into the woods to grandmother's house.
Into the woods, the path is straight, no reason then to hesitate.
Into the woods, it's not so late, it's just another journey.
To the woods, but not too long. The skies are strange, the winds are strong. To the woods to see what's wrong.
Into the woods to slay a giant.
Into the woods to shield the child.
To flee the winds.
To find a future,
To shield.
To slay.
To flee.
to find,
To fix.
To hide.
To move.
To battle.
To see what the trouble.
Rapunzel, what are you doing here? What's the matter?
Oh, nothing. You just locked me in the tower for all of my life without company, and then blinded my prince, and banished me to the desert, where I again had no company, and no food to eat, and then more twins. Because of you, I will never be happy.
I was just trying to be a good mother.
Stay away from me.
Stay with me, there's a giant running about.
Oh, good brother, what a surprise.
Brother, how good to see you.
What brings you into the woods today?
I'm investigating news of a giant.
A giant? That is work not even father would do. That's for your steward or less.
What brings you into the woods?
My Rapunzel has run off.
Run off?
Yes. She is a changed woman. She is subject to horrible fits of crying in moods that no soul could predict. I know not what to do.
What a pity.
And Cinderella.
She remains well.
Does she? Now, brother, do tell me what you're really doing here.
High in her tower, like yours was but higher, a beauty asleep. All round the tower, a thicket of briar, 100 feet deep. Agony, no frustration more keen, when the one thing you want is a thing that you've not even seen.
I found a casket entirely of glass. No, it's unbreakable. Inside, don't ask, it's a maiden, alas, just as unwakeable. What unmistakable agony is the way always born. She has skin white as snow.
Did you learn her name?
No, there's a dwarf standing guard. Agony, such that princes must weep.
Always enthralled most to anything almost or something asleep. If it were not for the thicket,
a thicket's no trick, is it thick?
It's the thickest.
The quickest is pick it apart with a stick.
Yes, but even one prick, it's my thing about blood.
Well, it's sick.
It's no sicker than your thing with dwarfs.
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 Dwarfs are very upsetting.
Not forgetting the task unachievable, mountains unscalable, if it's conceivable, but unavailable. Agony, misery, not to know what you miss, while they lie there for years,
and you cry on their biers.
What unbearable bliss! Agony that can cut like a knife. Oh well, back to my wife.
Rapunzel, I must be off, brother. Godspeed.
Godspeed.
After hours of searching for Granny, our intrepid travelers lost not only their way, but their patience as well.
Are you certain this is the right direction?
We went down the dell.
Perhaps you forgot the way.
The path is straight.
Was straight. Now there is no path.
Where's the lily pond? Where's the stream? Where's Granny?
Calm down. Maybe we should just turn back.
No!
No.
No.
We will just have to find grannies without the path.
But Mother told me to never stray from the path.
The path is straight from you.
Look, over there. That looks familiar. 3 large oak trees.
Yes, I recognize.
Who could that be?
The steward and the royal family. But what brings you into the woods?
The castle's been set upon by a giant.
Oh no.
I warned you! Why didn't you do something?
I don't make policy, I just carry it out.
And I warned you that you couldn't count on the royal family to solve your problems.
Maybe it is best if we go back to the village.
I wouldn't be in such a rush if I were you. Guess which path the giant took back to the castle?
Oh no.
What?
All that's left of my garden is this sack of beans. And there's not much left of your house either.
But I heard giants never strike the same house twice.
Well, you heard wrong.
Shh.
There! The giant's a woman!
That size!
Where is the lad who killed my husband?
There is no lad here.
We have not seen him.
I want the lad who climbed the beanstalk.
Well, we'll get him for you right away. Don't move.
Of course. It was you who destroyed my house, not a great wind. It's because of you I have no mother.
And who destroyed my house? The boy asked for shelter. He stole our gold, our hen, and our and then he killed my husband. I must avenge him for his wrongdoings.
We are not responsible for him.
You're wasting your breath.
She's right. You can't reason with a dumb giant.
Not all giants are dumb! Give me that boy!
We told you. He's not here.
The girl is telling the truth.
I know he's there, and I'm going to wait right here until he is delivered to me.
The giant, who was nearsighted, remained convinced that she had found the lad. There was no consensus among them as to which course of action to take.
Put a spell on her.
I no longer have my powers. If I did, you'd think I'd be standing here with all of you? Now we'll have to give her someone.
Who?
The steward! It's in his line of duty to sacrifice his life.
Don't be ridiculous. I'm not giving my life up for anyone.
Well, don't take it personally.
I'm waiting!
You must understand, these were not people familiar with making choices. Their past experiences in the woods had in no way prepared them to deal with a force this great.
Excuse me, but would you like a blind girl instead?
Ah! How dare you!
Put them out of their misery!
We're not that miserable!
What are you talking
She
about?
doesn't want a woman.
Fine, then what do you suggest we do?
I'm still waiting!
It is interesting to examine the moral issue at question here. The finality of stories such as these dictates... Sorry, I tell the story. I'm not part of it.
That's right.
Not one of us.
Always on the outside.
That's my role. You must understand there must always be someone on the outside.
You're going to be on the inside now.
You're making a big mistake.
Nonsense.
There must always be an objective observer to pass the story along.
Well, some of us don't like the way you've been telling it.
If you drag me into this mess, you'll never know how your story ends. You'll be lost.
Wait. She's right. She's the only one who knows the story.
Do you think it'll be fun when you have to tell it yourselves?
Think of your baby.
She's right. Leave her alone. Put that away.
Now that's better. You don't want to live in a world of chaos. There must always be an outside observer. I'm not the lad!
This is not the lad!
Don't drop! Why did you push her into the giant's arms?
You wanted to get rid of her too.
We would have thought of something else.
If it were up to you, a decision would have never been made.
Now that she's gone, we'll never know what happens next.
We'll manage.
Must I search among you all for the lad?
No!
Jack is just a boy! We had no food to eat, and he sold his beloved cow in exchange for magic beans. If anyone is to be punished, it's the man who made that exchange.
Nonsense.
He was your responsibility. I must punish him for his wrongs.
We have suffered too. Do you think it was a picnic disposing of your husband's remains?
You're getting me angry.
What about our anger? What about our loss? Who has been flouncing through our kingdom?
Shh, be quiet.
I'll hide my son and you'll never find him.
Don't upset the giant.
You'll never find him. And if you don't go back this instant, we'll get you for all that you've done. You will.
Where is your son? Is that him?
No, this is not the boy. Stay here.
The boy's hiding in the steeple tower.
That's true.
Yes. If he is not, I will return and find you.
Rapunzel,
Stay away from me.
No, don't step on. Oh.
Oh, she's in poor condition.
Wake up.
Don't let them get Jack.
We won't.
Promise you won't let him be hurt. As I stand here on death's door.
I'll do everything I can.
Promise. Promise.
All right, I promise.
No, come away from there. She's dead. You killed her.
I did it for the greater good. That's my job.
Couldn't you listen? Couldn't you stay content, safe behind walls, as I could not? Now you know what's out there in the world. No one stays untainted by the world. Only I, who loved you as you were. Only I, who's frightened less of her than them. No matter what you say, children won't listen. No matter what you know, children refuse to learn. Guide them along the way, still they won't listen. Children can only grow from something you love to something you lose.
Life was so steady. And now this. When will things return to normal?
We must be gone if we're to arrive before nightfall.
Where are you going?
We're off to a hidden kingdom. Shh! We can't tell everyone.
You fools, there's nowhere to hide.
You'll never get there. We have to stay here and find a way out of this together.
Some people are cut out to battle giants, and others aren't. I don't have the Constitution. And as long as I can be of no help, I'm going to hide. Everything will work out fine in the end.
Not always.
I hope a giant steps on them up.
You shouldn't say that. You were thinking the same thing.
This is terrible. We just saw 3 people die.
Since when were you so squeamish? How many wolves have you carved up?
A wolf's not the same.
Ask a wolf's mother.
Stop it.
I suggest we find that boy and give her what she wants.
But if we give her the boy, she'll kill him too.
And if we don't, she'll kill half the kingdom.
One step at a time. Maybe if he apologizes, makes amends.
Yes, he'll return the stolen goods.
Yes.
He's really a sweet boy at heart. She'll see that.
You people are so blind. It's because of that boy that there's a giant in our kingdom. Will you continue talking about this problem? I'll find that lad and I'll serve him to the giant for lunch.
Are we going to let her feed the boy to the giant?
No.
I'll have to find him first.
I'll go too.
No, you must stay here with the baby.
We'll fan out. It will increase our chances of finding him. No. You stay here with the baby. I don't want you roaming about the woods.
You would leave our child with her?
He's asleep. He'll be safe with the girl.
But what if the giant were to return here?
The giant will not harm them, I know.
How do you know?
I know!
But what if the...
But what if? Would only a giant's foot stop your arguing?
You will stay here with the baby. Please.
Wait. Do you two always fight like that?
Not really.
It seems like you do.
There's nothing wrong with having an argument.
Oh, I see.
Milky! Milky!
Jack!
Milky!
Stay here with the baby.
But I want to come.
You'll be safer here.
Don't go too far, please.
I won't, I promise. I'll only walk 100 paces. And if I don't find him by then, I'll come right back. 1, 2, Jack! 3, 4, 5, 6, 81, 82, 83, 84, 80. Oh, hello, sir.
Hello.
Are you here to slay the giant?
Yes.
Have you come upon the giant yet?
No.
I have.
You have?
Yes.
And why are you alone in the woods?
I was with my husband. It's a long story.
He let you roam alone in the woods?
No, actually, it was my choice. I'm looking for the lad.
Your choice. How brave.
Brave?
Yes. Anything can happen in the woods. May I kiss you? Any moment we could be crushed. Don't feel rushed.
This is ridiculous. What am I doing here? I'm in the wrong story. Wait one moment, please. We can't do this. You have a princess.
Why, yes.
And I have a baker.
Of course. You're right. How foolish. Foolishness can happen in the woods. Once again, please, let your hesitations be hushed. Any moment, big or small, is of moment. After all, seize the moment. Skies may fall any moment.
But this is not right.
Right and wrong don't matter in the woods. Only feelings let us meet the moment unblushed. Life is often so unpleasant. You must know that as a peasant, best to take the moment present as a present for the moment.
Jack! Jack! 81, 82, 83. Excuse me, ma'am. May I be of some service?
The tree has fallen. Mother's grave destroyed.
I'm sorry.
My wishes have just been crushed.
Don't say that.
It's true. Wouldn't understand.
Well, you can't stay here. There is a giant on the loose.
Well, I'm certain the prince will see that the giant is rid from our land.
There's been no sign of the prince. No doubt he's off seducing some young maiden.
What?
I understand that's what princes do.
Well, not all princes.
You look just like the princess, but dirty. You are the princess!
Oh, no, please, please, get up. I'm not a princess here.
What are you to do?
Well, I must be on my way back to the castle.
Oh, you have not heard. We came upon the royal family. The castle's been set upon by the giant.
And the prince?
He was not with them. You must come with me. You will be safe in our company.
I must leave you.
Why?
The giant.
Oh, the giant. I'd almost forgotten. Will we meet each other in the woods again?
This was just a moment in the woods. Our moment, shimmering and lovely and sad. Leave the moment, just be glad for the moment that we had. Every moment is a moment when you're in the woods. Now I must go slay the giant. That is what the next moment holds for me. I shall never forget you. How brave you are to be alone in the woods, and how alive you made me feel.
was that? Was that me? Was that him? Did a prince really kiss me? And kiss me? And kiss me? And did I kiss him back? Was it wrong? Am I mad? Is that all? Does he miss me? Was he suddenly getting bored with me? Wake up, stop dreaming, stop prancing about the woods. It's not beseeming. What is it about the woods? Back to life, back to sense, back to child, back to husband. You can't live in the woods. There are vows, there are ties, there are needs, there are standards, there are shouldn'ts and shoulds. Why not both instead? There's the answer if you're clever. Have a child for warmth, and a baker for bread, and a prince for whatever. Never it's these woods. Face the fact, find the boy, join the group, stop the giant, just get out of these woods. Was that him? Yes, it was. Was that me? No, it wasn't, just a trick of the woods. Just a moment, one peculiar passing moment. Must it all be either less or more, either plain or grand? Is it always or is it never end? That's what woods are for those moments in the woods. Oh, if life were only moments, even now and then a bad one. But if life were only moments, then you never know you had one. First a witch, then a child, then a prince, then a moment who can live in the woods. And to get what you wish only just for a moment, these are dangerous woods. Let the moment go. Don't forget it for a moment though. Just remembering you've had an end and you're back to or makes the or mean more than it did before. Now I understand. And it's time to leave the woods. 83, 82, 81, 80.
She should be back by now.
She said she would only go 100 paces.
Oh, I'm sure she'll return.
No, I must go in search of her. Ow!
Look who I found.
Please don't let her give me to the giants.
It's not our fault the giant wants you.
You're hurting me.
Oh, let go of him.
Leave him alone.
Where did you find this? Jack, where's my wife?
She's dead.
What?
I'm sorry, sir. I came upon her. She was under a tree.
He was sobbing over her like she was his own mother.
How awful.
How could this happen?
I buried her in a footprint.
I never should have let her wander off alone.
Remorse will get you nowhere.
My wife is dead!
Wake up! There are people dying all around you. You're not the only one to suffer a loss. When you're dead, you're dead. Now it's time to get this boy to the giant before all so much is dead
Oh,
meat.
keep away from him!
This is no time to be soft-hearted. He's going to the giant and I'm taking him.
Yes! He's the one to blame! It's because of you there's a giant in our midst, and my wife is dead!
But it isn't my fault I was given those beans. You persuaded me to trade away my cow for beans. And without those beans, there'd have been no stock to get up to the giants in the first place.
Wait a minute, Magic. Beans for a cow so old that you had to tell a lie to sell it, which you told were they worthless beans, were they oversold? Oh, and tell us who persuaded you to steal that gold.
So it's your fault.
No.
So it's your fault.
No.
Yes, it is.
It's not.
It's true.
Wait a minute, though. I only stole the gold to get my cow back from you.
So it's your fault.
Yes! No, it isn't. I'd have kept those beans, but our house was cursed. She made us get a cow to get the curse reversed.
It's his father's fault that the curse got placed and the place got cursed in the first place.
Oh, then it's his fault.
So
It was his fault.
No.
Yes, it is. It's his.
I guess.
Wait a minute, though. I chopped down the beanstalk, right? That's clear. But without any beanstalk, then what's queer is how did the second giant get down here in the first place? Second place.
Yes. How?
Well, who had the other bean?
The other bean?
The other bean.
You pocketed the other bean.
I didn't. Yes, I did.
So it's your
No,
fault.
it isn't, because I gave it to my wife.
So it's her
No,
fault.
it isn't.
Then whose is it?
Wait a minute. She exchanged that bean to obtain your shoe, so the one who knows what happened to the bean is you.
You mean that old bean that your wife? Oh dear, well I never knew, and so I threw. Well, don't look here.
So it's your fault.
But,
See, it's her fault.
But-
and it isn't mine at all.
But what?
well, if you hadn't gone back up again,
We were needy.
You agreed to need that hen.
But I got it from my mother.
So it's her fault then.
Yes, and what about the harp in the third place?
The harp, yes.
She went and dared me to.
I dared you to.
You dared me to. She said that I was scared. So she dared
No,
me.
I didn't.
So it's your fault.
Wait a
And
minute.
if you hadn't dared her to,
And you left the harp alone,
Well, if
would
you
be in
hadn't thrown
trouble
away
in
the
the first
bean in the
place.
first
well, if
place.
she hadn't raised him in the
You,
first
you
place.
had raised
But
him in
if
the
you
first
raised
place.
beans in the first place.
It's your fault.
You're
You're responsible.
responsible.
You're the one to blame.
It's
It's your fault.
It's the last midnight. It's the last wish. It's the last midnight. Soon it will be boom, swish. Told a little lie. Stole a little gold. Broke a little vow. Did you? Had to get your prince. Had to get your cow. Have to get your wish. Doesn't matter how. Anyway, it doesn't matter now. It's the last midnight. It's the boom splat. Nothing but a vast midnight. Everybody smash flat. Nothing we can do. Not exactly true. We can always give her the boy. No, no, of course what really matters is the blame. Someone you can blame. Fine if that's the thing you enjoy, placing the blame. If that's the aim, give me the blame. Just give me the boy.
No.
No. You're so nice. You're not good, you're not bad, you're just nice. I'm not good, I'm not nice, I'm just right. I'm the witch. You're the world. I'm the hitch. I'm what no one believes. I'm the witch. You're all liars and thieves like his father. Like his son will be too. Oh, why bother? You'll just do what you do. It's the last midnight. So goodbye, oh, coming at you fast, midnight. Soon you'll see the sky fall. Here you want a bean, have another bean. Beans were meant for making you rich. Plant them and they soar. Here you want some more. Listen to the roar, giants by the score. Oh, well, you can blame another witch. It's the last midnight. It's the last verse. Now before it's past midnight, I'm leaving you my last curse. I'm leaving you alone. You can tend the garden, it's yours, separate and alone. Everybody down on all fours. All right, mother, when lost the beans again, punish me the way you did then. Give me claws and a hunch just away from
maybe I shouldn't have stolen from the giant.
Maybe I shouldn't have strayed from the path.
Maybe I shouldn't have attended the ball.
Yes, maybe you shouldn't have.
Where are you going?
Away from here.
But you said we would find a way out of this together.
It doesn't matter whether we're together or apart.
We need your help.
You don't understand. My wife was the one who really helped. I depended on her for everything.
But you would leave your child.
I think my child will be happier in the arms of a princess.
No, but wait! All right. All right, come on. Jack.
I thought you were dead.
Not completely. Are we ever?
As far as I'm concerned, you are.
Is that the truth?
It's because of you all this has happened.
I went straight into that garden that night to fetch your mother a gift, and foolishly I took some of those beans for myself. How was I to know? How are we ever to know? And when your mother died, I ran away from my guilt. Now aren't you making the same mistake?
No.
Aren't you running away?
No more questions, please. No more tests. No more. No more. Just no more.
We disappoint, we disappear, we die but we don't.
What?
They disappoint in turn I fear, forgive though they won't.
No more riddles. No more jests. No more curses you can't undo, left by fathers you never knew. No more quests. No more feelings. Time to shut the door. Just no more.
Running away, let's do it. Free from the ties that bind. No more despair or burdens to bear out there in the yonder. Running away, go to it. Where did you have in mind? Have to take care, unless there's a where. You'll only be wandering blind. Just more questions, different kinds. Where are we to go? Where are we ever to go? Running away, we do it. Why sit around resigned? The trouble is, son, the farther you run, the more you feel undefined. For what you have left undone, and more what you've left behind. We disappoint, we leave a mess, we die but we don't.
We disappoint in turn, I guess, forget though we won't.
Like father, like son.
No more giants waging war. No more curses you can't undo, left by fathers you never knew. No more quests. All the wolves, all the lies, the false hopes, the goodbyes, the reverses. All the wondering what even worse is still in store. All those children, all the curses. No more.
his baby.
Looked like he was going to.
Give me my son.
Let's watch Fiddler on the Roof because...
He always cries when I...
Well, now what are we to do?
We all have to think of something before the giant returns.
What?
We all just have to think.
If only there were some way to surprise her.
She's too tall to surprise.
Oh, good friends! Oh, I need your help now more than ever. What of the prince? I don't care. What's important now is that we find a way to fell the giant. How can you help? Oh, you could do that! Oh, how can I ever thank you?
You can talk to birds.
Well, the birds will help.
How?
When the giant returns, they'll attack her and peck out her eyes until she's blind.
What good will that do?
Well, then you can surprise her, or strike her, or whatever you do to kill a giant.
Once she's blinded, she'll stagger about.
She'll get angry.
And she'll crush us all.
Smear the ground with pitch. We'll lure her to an area smeared with pitch. Her shoes will stick and she won't be able to move.
And I shall strike her from behind.
Yes.
How are you going to strike her? And lure her where?
Yes, where?
A tower.
What tower?
See, between those two trees, an old tower.
Yes, send her to the tower.
All right. Quickly, before the giant returns. It will be dark soon.
Here.
I'm excited.
Come on.
Don't cry, little one. I know. I know. You want your mother.
Hello.
The giant went in that direction.
My darling, I did not recognize you. What are you doing in those old clothes? And with a child? You must report back to the castle at once. There's a giant on the loose.
The giant has been to the castle.
No, are you all right? My love, why are you being so cold?
Maybe because I'm not your only love. Am I?
I love you, I do. But, yes, it is true.
Why, if you loved me, would you have strayed?
I thought that if I had you, I would need nothing more. And a part of me has been as happy and as content as I've ever been. But a part of me will continually need more.
I have on occasion wanted more, but that doesn't mean I went in search of it. If this is how you behave as a prince, what kind of king will you be?
I was raised to be charming, not sincere. I am only perfect. I did not ask to be the king. I am only human.
I think you should go.
Leave? But I do love you.
Consider that I have been lost, a victim of the giant.
Is that really what you wish?
My father's house was a nightmare, and your house was a dream. And now I want something in between. Please go.
I shall always love the maiden who ran away.
And I, the faraway prince.
They're almost finished. You see over there, between those two towers? When the giant comes, you're to send her over there.
Oh, good.
I wanted to climb the tower, too.
Well, no, I'm glad you're here to help me. Well, what's wrong?
My granny's gone.
Oh, no, I'm so sorry.
I think my mother and my granny would be very disappointed in me.
Why?
They said to always make them proud. And here I am about to kill somebody.
Well, not somebody. A giant who has been doing harm.
But a giant's a person too. And aren't we to show forgiveness? Mother would be very unhappy with these circumstances.
Mother cannot guide you. Now you're on your own. Only me beside you. Still you're not alone. No one is alone. Truly,
until my mother hears I've slain the giant.
Jack, your mother is dead.
Dead? Was she killed by the giant?
She was arguing with the giant, trying to protect you. And she was struck a deadly blow by the prince's steward.
Oh no! Why would he do that?
He was afraid she was upsetting the giant.
Can no one bring her back?
No one.
That steward will pay for this. After we slay the giant, I will kill him.
He'll do nothing of the kind.
But he shouldn't have killed my mother, right?
Well, I guess not.
Then he must die.
Well, no.
Why not?
Because that would be wrong.
What he did was wrong. He should be punished.
He will be somehow.
How?
I don't know. Stop asking me questions I can't answer.
I am going to kill him.
Then kill him! No. Don't kill him.
Mother isn't here now.
Wrong things, right things.
Who knows what she'd say?
Who can say what's true?
Nothing's quite so clear now.
Things fight things.
If you've lost your way,
You decide, but you are
not alone. Believe me, no one is alone.
No one's alone. Believe me.
Truly,
You move just a finger. Say the slightest word.
Something's bound to linger.
Be heard. No one acts alone. Careful, no one's alone. People make mistakes. Fathers, people make mistakes. Holding to their own. Thinking they're
alone. Honor their mistakes.
Fight for their mistakes.
Everybody makes
one another's terrible mistakes. Witches can be right, giants can be good. You decide what's right.
You decide what's good. Just remember.
Someone is on your side.
Someone else is not. While we're singing our side, maybe we forgot they are not alone. No one is alone. Hard to see the light now.
Just don't let it go. Things will come out right now.
We
can make it so. Someone is on your side. No one is
Here she comes. Remember, don't let her know our plan.
Where is the boy?
We don't know. Oh, yes, we do. We can't go on hiding him any longer. He must pay the price for his wrongs.
Quick, tell me where he is.
Over there. You see the tower where the birds are clustered? Jack is in that tower, hiding.
Thank you. Now justice will be served, and I shall leave your kingdom.
Oh, good birds!
Ouch! She doesn't look happy. The sword is stuck in her head.
They've done it! She's swaying!
She's bleeding all over. She's beginning to fall. She's falling this way.
got was one straight rope. The harder to wake, the better to have.
Excuse me.
When going to hide, know how to get there.
And how to get back.
And eat first.
Knife that was sharp today, maybe dull by tomorrow.
Now we can all return home. And let us hope there will be no more killing.
But where am I to go? I have no one to take care of me.
You'll have to take care of yourself now, Jack. It's time.
No, it's not. I'll take care of him.
You will?
Yes, I'll be your mother now.
I don't want another mother. I want a friend and a pet.
Of course. We have nowhere to go. So we'll move in with you.
Oh, no.
It'll be fun.
My house is in shambles and there's hardly room for... Of course you can come live with us.
And you shall join us too.
You'll not return to the castle.
Oh, I'll gladly help you with your house. There are times when I actually enjoy cleaning. How proud your wife would have been of you.
And how sad it is that my son will never know her. Maybe I just wasn't meant to have children.
Don't say that. Of course you were meant to have children.
But how will I go about being a father with no one to mother my child?
Just call him the child.
Yes, call him the child.
Look, tell him the story of how it all happened. Be father and mother. You'll know what to do.
Alone.
Sometimes people leave you halfway through the wood. Do not let it grieve you. No one leaves for good. You are not alone. No one is alone. Hold him through the light now. Let him see the glow. Things will be alright now. Tell him what you know.
Once upon a time, in a far-off kingdom,
Careful the things you say.
lived a young maiden,
Children will listen.
a sad young lad.
Careful the things you do. Children will see.
And a childless baker
And learn.
and his wife.
Children may not obey, but children will listen. Children will look to you for which way to do, to learn what to be. Careful before you say, listen to me. Children will listen.
Careful the wish you make, wishes are children. Careful the path they take, wishes come true, not free. Careful the spell you cast, not just on children.
Sometimes the spell may last